No, not yet.
So, I can't believe Finland. I can't believe Finland's not in it.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the after post show, whatever you want to call it, of ES United's live stream. The show's just over. You just heard the sounds. All the links. There is a little bit of a commotion happening here. Emotions are running high. Upset people, happy people. There's a little bit of everything. Left to Zach to my left.
It's like November again. It's all a dream.
It's all a dream.
Trump isn't our president. Finland made it to the final.
Finland is still in it.
Finland is still in it. Make sure it's don't turn on the stream on yours.
You okay?
So yeah, this is don't turn it on yours.
Hold on, I'm just putting that.
So we're all still trying to breathe and figuring out what's happening here. So as you all know, you probably watched the show. The biggest surprise of the night is Finland did not qualify from the semis, and I think everyone is just shocked. It was the shocker of the night. A lot of, but I don't know.
Shocker of the night.
I mean, none of the qualifiers per se were like shockers, but the fact that all of the ones that were on the verge, or quarter qualifiers actually made it. But
I can't, Australia, Cyprus, and Moldova were borderline, and all three of them made it.
All right, let's talk about Australia in that.
No, let's just not start with random ones. Let's go for the individual.
That shriek.
It was one note. Shush. Let me moderate here. So, first up, Sweden qualified. I don't think anyone is shocked here. No, that was an obvious qualifier. Everything, it was meant. It was not really a thing. Who else qualified? Australia. Zach's not very happy about that one. What was your problem?
It was not good.
What was not good?
I just thought it was one of his worst performances across the entire...
Yeah.
But you forget one thing. He performed yesterday, and the juries did not have that bad performance.
Look at the salt in the comments, my God.
So, we need to be fair here. He did not... The juries have 50% say, and he sounded great yesterday. Today, he did not. So, keep that in mind. Maybe the televoters put it further down. We don't know that. We found out Sunday morning.
I don't think the issue for viewers is the fact that there is a jury and a televoter show. I think the hard part that really makes it difficult for viewers to get when they hear the announcement of the finalists is when the performance of the jury show is very different from the performance at the live show. Mm-hmm. And I think that the EBU needs to find a way to have the jurors be able to view the show that the televoters are viewing in order to help them understand that the results they see make sense with the performances they saw. Because it's silly to think that 50% of the votes are coming from a performance that the casual viewer is never going to see.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm saying that now because I'm shocked about the findings. Usually semi 2 is where I'm shocked, and semi 1 is where I feel vindicated, saying, yeah, the right person won, or the right people were selected. But I don't know. This is the fun part about Eurovision, is that you never know what's going to happen. And sure enough, we were talking about shockers, and I think I screamed the most when Cyprus went through. I was very shocked.
Well, before we get to that, you're getting off. So, Australia, though, was for all of us a qualifier, right? We all assumed it would qualify. We said it would be a shocker non-qualified, so we shouldn't be shocked about it, right?
I am shocked because I had it as an 11th place just missing out.
Oh, just missing out.
I thought the performance, I know it's Australia, it's still a novelty to a lot of people, and I feel like that might be why it has qualified. But
could be, but we don't know until Sunday.
Especially with that performance we've just seen.
Yeah. Let me play devil's advocate
here,
though.
That should not be in the fight.
Let me play devil's advocate. Because I can agree with you, but for the reason is, it was that one shrieky, horrible note. Just one shrieky, horrible note. Eliminate or deletes all the other stuff that he has done. Or you think it was just throughout bad?
No, but throughout the rehearsals we've seen much better performances from him, and I've still discounted him.
Okay.
Fair. You see how I mean?
Yeah, fair. And I'm not going in order announcement, I'm going in the running order. Next country that qualified, Belgium, shockers, or personally, I thought it was her best performance tonight.
So-
it was for other performance. She felt. Here's the thing. She was in the audience was there. The audience was excited. They screamed, and she was smiling. She was happy, and to me, it was by far her best performance. And I'm not surprised.
It was fantastic from her. Okay.
Yeah.
The crowd really got behind her really early, which really helped her to smile.
Yeah.
To smile, to look like she
was
actually wanted
relaxing.
to be here.
Yes.
It was it was a great performance from
Sorry,
Belgium.
your face.
But,
Sorry.
You're just like.
but let us not forget that we've had Finland and Latvia both waiting to see who would qualify. Belgium is the last one.
Yeah.
With those two performances both sort of in limbo.
Yeah.
That's what I'm surprised about. Belgium was a great performance this time. It was a lot better than it has been.
Yes.
It was actually the best Belgian performance we've seen in Kiev.
Yes, I completely agree.
But when you look at Finland, when you look at Latvia, how can Belgium win out over those two? That's how I can't see in the slightest.
Yeah. We're going through this. We're going to we're going through the qualifiers first, and then the non-qualifiers. Just so you know. That's Poland. So
That's the Polish fans.
I mean, yeah, I kind of feel the same way as Sean, that there were three countries at the end that we were like, okay, it's Belgium, it is Latvia, and it is Finland, and one of those three are going to get in. And as soon as the ninth country was announced, I was like, oh God, only one of those is going to get in. Who's it going to be? And I was not expecting Belgium, but you know,
I thought Belgium. I went the last one, and I was like, oh, the jury's brought them down too much. I thought, but
who knows?
Not.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, Belgium's in the final. Congrats. I'm really happy for the. You know, let's think about it. Belgium has had such a horrible qualification record before.
No,
I mean,
before, but now they're on a roll. Huh?
Now they're on a roll, so good for them.
Yep.
Blanche has a lot to prove on Saturday, and I think she knows that she's on the driver's seat to be able to put on a good show. So
yep, we'll see how it
congrats.
goes. Now, what about Sean? Where are you going? Okay, here we go. It's Azerbaijan. What do you think? Surprise, shocker. That was like one of the Sweden, a total obvious qualifier.
That was an obvious qualifier. It was on point. It was really good. I'm good with it.
Yeah. Sean? Yeah, Azerbaijan comment?
Azerbaijan, unexpected. That was going to go through.
Yeah, that's one like Sweden.
No matter what she did, that was going to go through.
Yeah,
So-
it was not a shocker. It was also one of the better performances. Now, hang on. We got Sweden, Australia, Belgium, Azerbaijan, and now Portugal. They're all from the first half. So 5 from the first half.
You know what? I am in this dark result. I am so happy for Portugal.
Yes.
I
We
jumped
needed
up
Portugal
and
in the
went
final.
mental. They deserve it so much this year.
They
really
did.
do.
Absolutely.
It's hard.
They really deserve it. They really do. I'm glad they didn't leave
Yeah.
until last as
Yes.
well, because that would have been just unbearable for him.
Yes.
That would have been detrimental to his health, if nothing else.
Mhm.
Really.
I mean,
Yes.
we should be
So-
thankful that they didn't wait to make it the 10th entry.
Yeah, because that would have been unbearable. Like Portugal, Finland.
I'm glad they
Belgium.
didn't. I would have died. I was
Yeah.
already dying now with Finland not making
Yeah.
it. We're reading your comments, by the way. So it's just. So that's qualifier number 5. Greece, number 6.
I think Greece did what it needed to do to qualify.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was right in the middle of the pack, and right in the middle of the pack is what it needed to qualify. I thought it was a very good performance, one of the best ones from Demi that we've seen. So I think the Greek fans should be very proud of Demi.
I thought it was. I mean, it was. To me, I always liked the song, so I wasn't surprised. She struggled with the high notes. We said that before, and the first rehearsals were a little messy, but that's why we have rehearsals, right? The lowering the voice, personally, I don't like it. Seems a little bit copying out the shows. Like maybe she's not that good of a singer. That would be my thinking. But she should be able to hit those notes. However, since they decided not to do it, they did a good job hiding it. So I am satisfied with. I'm not upset with Greece's qualification at all. Are you?
I'm just going to echo what everyone said. I mean, Greece did literally what they needed to do to qualify. They just had to have a good performance, a good vocal performance, or a satisfactory vocal
satisfactory,
performance
like
for this
what?
kind of song. She didn't go for the high notes, but she didn't need to. It was enough.
Yes.
The high notes, or the big notes in this song. They still, for me, they weren't still good enough. I think she could have done a lot better. Greece was never going to fail with this performance in this song.
No, it was an obvious one.
I feel like we should jump Poland for a second and talk about Moldova, because Epic Sax guy is playing his saxophone right now in the press center. I can hear him.
He's not there yet. Are they?
Well, he's out in the press conference right now. I heard him.
Okay. There, yeah.
Well, we're almost there. Let's just go for Poland. We have a lot of Polish people here, so there was a huge applause.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were surprised, but we were not, right?
No, it was a good performance.
It was a great performance. She's one of the better singers this year anyway.
No, Poland was a solid qualifier.
Yeah, people were surprised. Our team predicted it.
They're over there celebrating. But
Okay, Moldova, they're going to start the press conference, and it's going to get a little loud in here.
I feel like we should
No, not yet. It's fine. Moldova, first qualifier, but just when they came out for this first one, it was this is going to be an interesting evening.
Yeah, this is Moldova. Every so often you get a semi-final results show where the first qualifier just throws the whole thing out of kilter straight away.
You knew something's going to be
up. As soon
up.
as Moldova was the first qualifier, I was just like, this ain't going to end well.
But
let's be honest, isn't going to be good for people.
It was a good performance, and as we said during the pre-show, they engaged the audience the best.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there was so much cheering. It was so
We
good.
needed that kind of song because the first half of the summer was heavy, sad ballads, and I couldn't believe Finland is the one left out. But anyway, I guess it was almost expected. Yeah. And then we have to move several songs and qualify. The second half is fairly empty as far as qualifications. Cyprus is the next one, qualifier number 9, which was the 9th one to qualify. Everyone was shocked to a degree, but once again, I think it has to do with the energy in the audience.
Yeah.
And he had also a fantastic performance today. One of his best. So that adds a lot.
Cyprus was brilliant. Cyprus was really good tonight. It was, it was energetic. He hit all the right parts. He hit all of the right visual effects. It looked really good on screen. The problem I have with Cyprus, or Cyprus's qualification, I should say, is that it came at a point in the results show that kind of said, someone you love is going to miss out, and someone big is going to be robbed. And that, I was happy for Cyprus.
Yeah.
But
you knew
I was clapping for them thinking, this is going to go wrong.
Yeah,
this is going to go massively
really,
wrong.
Really odd.
So
I love Cyprus' song, and I was worried because he struggled with the last few run-throughs. But this one was his best by far. So when I saw his, Cyprus come up, I was very relieved, but I started getting very nervous because then Finland was in jeopardy, and I was right, obviously. Any thoughts on you on Cyprus?
I guess I'm shocked. But, at the end of the day, the public and the jury has spoken, and we have to respect that. And I think for me, Cyprus is always... Cyprus is always a borderline qualifier.
I know.
For me. I mean, let's put it in perspective. I mean, I think this is a case where us as a team got 8 out of 10 right, and the public, with their votes, got 9 out of 10 right.
Yeah, but we need to look also at our individual votes. I don't know who did, how did.
I know I did worse. Yeah. But
I mean, I should have listened to my guts. I always question myself. I get mad at myself when I do that.
Every year.
And then the last one is Armenia. No shocker there either, right? That was such an obvious qualifier. It was a great staging. There's nothing else to add.
Epic.
Congratulations. She did well, and it's going to do pretty well probably next week as well. This Saturday, I mean. No, they're not going to do anything next week. Okay, let's talk about the non-qualifiers. We don't know where...
I think it's important to say that every song... I feel like this year, there's no one artist who I just feel like they don't belong here, that they can't sing. I think all 18 acts were very talented, and it's kind of like talking about, it's just an honor to be nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
And you can't, and the person who's nominated but doesn't win can say, well, screw that, I want to win.
Yeah.
It's a bitter pill to swallow, but I really think from my perspective, the non-qualifiers did a very exceptional job.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we're so shocked, is that everyone did so well that it's hard to pick 18 acts.
Right. Now,
of the 18 acts, the 10 that will qualify.
Yes. Yeah. So just keep in mind those 10 qualifiers will have a press conference soon, and then we'll find out whether they're going to perform the first or second half. So that's going to happen tonight. So stay tuned for that. Let's talk about the non-qualifiers. First one is Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia. I mean, I love the song. I think I've been very obvious. I was very obvious about my opinion as far as like qualification. I knew it wasn't going to happen, or at least I had a feeling it wasn't going to happen. And as you can see, I think we were all right. I still love the song. You cannot. I'm not gonna. That's gonna change. But we talked earlier about when we had the pre-show that one of these songs, at least, some of them will miss out because they may cancel each other out.
3 into 1.
And Australia is the lucky one,
Yeah.
and Georgia and Albania are the ones that are out.
Georgia was a great performance. She's a great voice. She really is, and she's a wonderful personality. Obviously, that doesn't really matter much when you get 3 minutes on the Eurovision stage.
Yes.
Georgia was, like I say, a very good performance. She did the best she could with this song, but the song just wasn't good enough. It was just too bland. It was just too ordinary. It was a little bit Bond villainish, but not epic Bond villainish, like Austria 20.
See, I don't think it was bland at all. I thought it was just not the kind of music for Eurovision. That it's a very specific song. It doesn't always work at Eurovision.
Especially with that running order: Georgia, Australia, Albania, and then you've got Finland as well in that first batch, and Portugal. Georgia was always going to get lost in that run. So I think probably as soon as that running order, or as soon as Georgia got put into the first half of the semi-final, they were probably screwed from the beginning.
Probably.
I'll be honest.
It's not.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great performance. She did a really good job, and you could feel the energy from the arena, but it just wasn't good enough to get through in this semi-final. I don't know what you think. Whether you.
Well, first thing, press conferences will be available on Eurovision.tv for those of you who want to watch.
Live as well, I think.
Live.
Yeah.
Yep. We haven't heard them enter into the arena yet.
It takes a
or
little
to the
while.
Brace Center. But I think for me, as I mentioned, that out of Australia, Albania, and Georgia, that one of them was going to make it. And I'm a little bit surprised that out of the three of them, it was Australia, because after all three of them performed, I went and told the guys here that it was just like, I think Georgia won. But
what, out of that little mini battle?
Out of the three, yeah. But, you know, it's...
Everything that you guys have said, you think that would almost apply to Albania as well? Or...
I thought...
but I mean, I missed a little bit of Albania, I think.
What do you mean?
I didn't really pay my full attention to it, but it seemed like it was a good enough performance.
It was a good enough performance.
Again, it's the same kind of thing. The song is good, but the song is not good enough.
Yeah.
I think like people can appreciate her vocals and people can appreciate the whole staging and everything like that.
But sometimes a good voice is not good enough.
It hasn't got the wow moment. It hasn't got something that makes you sit up and go, hang on a minute, this deserves to be in the Eurovision final.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. It's just kind of, that was nice.
Well, I think it'll be very interesting on Saturday night when the semifinal actual numbers are released, so we can see how much of a discrepancy there was between 10th and 11th.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it was, who knows? I mean, maybe it was very close. Maybe it was like 2014, where it was a number of points that separated 10th to 12th place. So
we'll find out.
You never know.
You never know. But what we do, we need to talk about Montenegro. We're all very, very sad that Slavko did not make it, but we all knew it wasn't going to happen.
All are very sad.
We all, but Shan and I. But
that didn't. If that had made a place in the final, it would have been blasphemy for every person who says that Eurovision is a song contest. Had that made it, it wouldn't have helped that argument. Slavko is a great guy, but he deserves to stay in the semifinal with that lackluster performance. And
lackluster performance, but it's also still a song.
Savage.
You know what I mean?
No,
I like the song. That's the point. But I agree, he was not a good performer tonight. He
was a good performer. He just wasn't
good singer, I should say. Yeah, he wasn't a good singer.
At the least, if you're going to rely on the backup singer so much, give him a spot on the stage. Which is my big issue this year, is that they are just throwing the backup singers backstage. So in our ESC United drinking game, we actually had a thing that was just like, take 2 drinks if you see a backup singer who is living for the spotlight.
Yeah.
And they were really, like Azerbaijan, they were engaged and they were living for any second of camera time they had.
Can I just, I know you don't want this to overrun, but devil's advocate, okay? So what's the difference between Montenegro and Moldova? Because both performances, the crowd were entirely behind them. Both of them were fun party songs. Both of them probably did really badly with the juries. So, where's the difference between the two? Why does one deserve to be in the final and one not? Is it the vocals?
Yes, 100% vocals and staging. Slavko's vocals were not good, and I don't think the staging was good either. Yeah, I know you loved it. I thought it was bad, and it wasn't my top 10, that song, and after the performance, it went down a lot,
So
what I've seen. And everything that happened on Moldovan stage, whether or not you liked the song, it was fun, it was energetic, it was entertaining. People were captured by it. And that's why I had it easily in my prediction.
See, that's where I have the problem though, because I think a lot of the same things can be said for Montenegro. And I know that generally Montenegro is probably a trashier song than Moldova.
But
definitely.
they had 6 people on stage and doing stuff. He was just there by himself twirling his hair.
So you think it's the fact that it was a more full stage and it made it look like a more
Yeah,
energetic
bad singing and
performance?
empty staging.
Okay.
There should have been, if they had fun dancers, maybe make it like big.
Okay.
He should have gone big or go home, and not fortunately he's going home because he didn't go big.
I'm loving the
There
comments.
it
I'm loving the
is!
comments because it's just with each of us saying stuff, I can read people saying like, say it, and other people are like, no, F you.
Yeah.
I think at the end of
We're
the day...
getting-
Now we got to move on to the
We're
next
getting
one.
all wee-wee blogs in
But I think
here.
at the end of the day, we're all entitled to our own opinions. But that's what makes Eurovision so great.
Yes,
is that
it
we're
does.
entitled, and I feel that you all have every reason to disagree with my opinions, and
Yes.
we are very much into a dialogue.
We got to move on.
Yeah, sorry. Okay,
Because-
I'm trying to make it about the viewers, and
No.
you're just like, we gotta move on.
We got to move on. We did the conference talk.
He's the
All
guy
right.
who does this.
Finland, the shocker
That's-
of the
that's-
evening.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're starting us. We don't have much
That
time.
should have won the semi-final. I cannot believe that they're like,
Yes.
they're not even in the top
Zach, I
10.
told you no alcohol on this.
They're not even in the top 10. Finland. They have been robbed. They have been absolutely stolen of a place in
Yeah.
the final. By who? I'm not entirely sure. It could be a number of different candidates.
Could be
But
Moldova.
oh my god.
I cannot believe. I don't
they
know what
are-
happened
they
there.
are-
Is that the Iceland from 2016? People just didn't get it.
What?
And
Maybe.
Iceland
But
2017 as well.
Huh?
Iceland-
No, Iceland was not expected to qualify. Nobody thought that.
that
Or
was
most people didn't.
absolutely captivating and fantastic in the arena and
Yes.
on screen.
People
And
just didn't like it.
Maybe it's a Eurovision fan thing. Like people have said that Belgium might have failed because it was a Eurovision
Yeah.
fan song. Maybe the same thing has happened with Finland. It's just that none of us saw it coming.
Yeah,
But I am shocked.
you're shocked too.
Yeah.
You were just blown away by it.
I don't know. Part of me saw it coming, part of me didn't, but maybe it was, part of me initially coming in was like, no, Finland's not gonna make it, but I guess I got sucked into what the press was believing, saying that, oh no, it's gonna do so well, but
Because
that's-
every year the song, you just don't know what happened then. Who ruined the chances?
But I will say the review clip where they talk, where they show the clip that the delegation wants to present. I mean, that first note she sings in the review clip was.
Let's go for the other ones because we gotta go.
Yeah. Iceland.
Iceland, not a shocker to most people. Neither the readers nor us expected to
Poor
qualify.
FA's in bits over it, but I don't want him to hate me for saying this, but I really didn't see Iceland qualifying.
No,
in any stretch
not
of
in a
the
million
imagination.
years. And I blame Iceland.
It's just too ordinary of a song. It's,
Yeah.
it's radio friendly.
Iceland
I
does
get
the
that.
problem every time the national final. They pick now obviously the most
No.
boring songs in there.
It was not a boring song. It was a boring performance.
Both
I
of them.
expected so much more from her.
Yeah,
the song was
so
boring
did I.
too to me, but on the stage
No,
it was
I liked
also
the
boring.
song.
Yeah.
I thought the song was one of the best. I mean,
Really?
Yeah.
The day I heard, it, I was like, forgettable.
I mean, how long do you want to spend on Czech Republic? Because honestly, she was all out of place in the performance.
Yeah, I mean,
she
there
was
was
in the wrong
nothing to-
places. The performance wasn't great. The song wasn't really a standoutish song in the end. I honestly chewing for last place, Czech Republic.
Yes.
Really.
So, Czech Republic was not a surprise. Slovenia, obviously not too
Not
big
a
of a surprise.
surprise.
I'm sad. I like the song, but
Mm.
it was just too.
Yeah.
It just
I-
didn't have enough fans.
I just feel bad for any artist who makes a return and yet again does not qualify. I would love for any returning artist who didn't qualify to come back and redeem him or herself,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen.
No, it didn't
Maybe
happen.
they should bring us a better song next time.
Well,
That's
Valentina
the
didn't
idea.
qualify too.
Well,
for
third time
final.
lucky, I guess.
Third time luck.
So maybe
Yeah.
we're going to get Omar next year
Yeah.
as well. Then.
And then the last one is Latvia that didn't qualify. To me personally, not a surprise. I always thought it was a weak song, but it had a healthy amount of fans. Then the polls came in here, the press and the fans, and it dropped significantly. But people in our team, we still believed in it, I guess. I thought it was
Unbelievable. Fantastic performance, fantastic energy. They got the crowd all behind them. was
What is Screaming
colourful.
Demi?
They're screaming
It's
Demi.
Demi.
They're the
yeah.
Greek people. They always
Yeah.
love the Greek people here.
Latvia was wonderful. It was fantastic. It was colourful. It was energetic. It closed the show. It was perfect in every kind of way in terms of being the real big bang moment. That's Eurovision. We're going to that. Maybe it was too alternative for certain people.
No,
but
I don't think it was
am-
alternative. It sounded more like a kid's song to me at times.
Wow,
and number
okay.
2, I thought she
Yeah.
was horrible today vocally.
No.
It's
The
oh.
energy. No.
I thought she was vocally
She-
off.
Vocally a little bit worse, but
Yeah.
she more than made up for it in energy.
In energy, I'll give her that.
Yeah.
So, FYI,
I'm surprised.
press conferences are live going on at Eurovision.tv. This stream will be archived
Yes.
on YouTube on ESC United. So pick your poison, I guess you could say. You will always have both.
But if you miss what we
accessible.
say now, it will be on ESC United TV after this show, and you'll be able to watch it, on demand. So
How was it
We
that
won't
Finland
be
did
too
qualify? What a shock. I think everyone is surprised. So it's sad, but that's how it goes every year. Tell me you were not surprised that one song didn't make it through, right? There's always at least one song you're kind of like,
there's always one.
Yeah.
I can see two.
It's interesting because it's
I can
also
see-
perception.
I can see two that at least should have qualified. Absolutely.
Oh, I should have qualified. It's a different story because to
Yeah.
my personal taste would be very different. The top 10 would be look very, very, very different.
I'm even talking performance, everything, whole package.
Yeah.
Crowd
Oh, that-
getting
yeah.
behind them, everything like that. The song. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to put it out there. Finland and Latvia, you have been robbed tonight. You need to get some better security systems.
I agree with Finland. With Latvia, not at all.
Robbed.
Latvia was.
No,
And the
I'm gonna-
devastating thing is that this is Finland's third failure in a row. I mean, where does their national final stand now?
But this
Well,
is
that-
Iceland's third failure in
Yeah.
a row. There are so many failures that happen, but I'm gonna stop and say it is what it is. The public and the jury have voted, and I'm gonna respect the decision. I think
Look
there are
at
a lot
the
of there are a lot of
politically
fans.
correct diplomatic answer
No,
here.
I'm very genuine that I think there are a lot of fans who should be very proud. I think in particular Greek fans should be happy, especially with how much the press have hated on Demi all rehearsals long. I think all the doubt about Portugal and welcome back to the finals. I'm so happy to see you back since the first time since 2010.
And I feel like we should make more of a point about that. It's been 7 years.
Well, who's
Since
got the
Portugal
record
was
for
last in the
worst?
final.
Who's got the record?
Netherlands must be, right?
Netherlands or
From
Latvia.
2004 to 2013, which is almost.
No, but I mean in general, who is the country that hasn't made it back to the final? I think it's FYR Macedonia now holds the record.
Oh, as of right now.
yeah.
for
but
now,
the
yes.
last time they
Macedonia,
qualified. So I think I think at the end of the day, we'll see these artists prove themselves again on Saturday, and
Yeah. So if you could pick one country only one country to give an extra golden ticket to the finals, it would be
a wild card. Oh, Finland.
one only one.
Latvia's my second favourite, but I'd go Finland.
You go Finland. I would go Finland too. So Finland gets.
Begrudgingly, but I would say
I'm sure Finland is happy that they get 3 votes from us.
Yeah.
Now, same thing. If you could pull out one country, would you do it?
No, I think first response was me. You heard me cuss and my last name's Kerr. You can't say curse without Kerr.
Yeah.
But I screamed and cussed so much in this press center and showed myself to be a vicious,
Horrible
unedited
human being.
American.
No.
But at the end of the day, now that I'm stopping and breathing, I'm good with the 10 finalists. I can see the appeal about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's fair for me to say.
All right, we gotta go. They're turning on the screens here. This has been a very hectic day. The press center has been crazy. So thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with Semi 2, the jury show, and the first dress rehearsal. Be there for that, okay?
Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Love
very
you
much.
all.
Bye.